Many of you dream about living on a tropical island. So do I. It sounds fantastic, and it can be. But until now, islands had to deal with a lot of pollution, merely because they have been 100% dependent on dirty fossil fuel for their power, primarily diesel generators. As you can imagine, expanding the national grid to such remote areas would not be feasible or very expensive. The volatile oil prices and the high costs of fossil fuel transportation have made electricity very expensive. On average, it is 2 to 3 times higher than the mainland. Take a look at the example of Hawaii and other Pacific islands. Another downside are the empty fuel barrels that become part of the landscape as they were new species of plant. But a better solution is here. In fact, falling costs of renewable energy technology and initiatives to address climate change are encouraging more and more communities to transition to clean sources of power generation. Those are some of the examples of islands that have already started this green transition all over the world. As a result, islands become independent from fossil fuels and finally rely on a stable, predictable energy supply, which of course stimulates the local economy. But how this decentralized energy mix works? They are called renewable island microgrids. They are flexible, adaptable, and designed around the natural resources available on site. They can include a combination of sources of production such as wind, solar, hydro, geothermal, which compensate one another. They are attached independently to the grid and are connected by an intelligent control system to balance out the demand fluctuation. Usually, wind and solar are easy to integrate into the existing genset, but a form of energy storage must be incorporated when their penetration is higher than 20%. This energy storage, in fact, such as flywheel, hydro pumps, and battery, are essential to guarantee resiliency and stability of the system and avoid intermittent service of renewables, and also they provide electricity at night. Oops, I think we have a blackout. We might have finished the diesel. Here we are back in studio. So how these microgrids use space on the islands and who owns them? It is common for this infrastructure to be located in parts of the islands away from the living center, on the top of the hill on the coastline in case of the wind farms, or in flat land for solar PV installation. This is because it's important to preserve the natural landscape. Also, the electricity transmission is quite efficient with a very low loss thanks to the proximity between the production center and the consumption area. But in most remote places, building these infrastructures can be quite challenging due to difficulty in material transportation. These systems are disrupting the standard model of public monopoly. When there is a smaller population, residents can initiate the process and also have an ownership stake. But in many cases, it is a private-public partnership between governments and local utilities. Let's consider St. Lucia, for example, in the Caribbean. It's a home of 60,000 people and 300,000 tourists every year, $10,000 as GDP per capita, and electricity price over 34 cents. Renewable shares today is close to 0%. However, the island has recently signed up for an energy revolution co-led by the local authority and the utilities Lucelec. Currently, they are analyzing the different spectrum of energy mix solution, ownership models, and financial potential. The most promising scenario seems to be a centralized combination of wind, solar, and geothermal, the latter to exploit the heat stored in its volcanic crust. Policy are crucial for the penetration of clean resources. That's why St. Lucia is reforming the local energy regulation thanks to the electricity supply bill and energy efficiency bill. The new legislation aims to incentivize a broad investment by opening the project to foreign multi-stakeholders. On the other hand, the same policies guarantee new assets for Lucelec, in exchange of revised electricity tariff structure, including the solar ones. The goal is to reduce the electricity cost for the citizen while securing good return on investment. So, shall we all move to San Lucia? Thank you for watching. This is Island TV.